Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we are talking about Tom Clancy's The Division. I've got a question for you. What class are you going to be playing with in this game? I think I'm going to be going with the damage dealer. I'm going to be up close and personal in the fight in co-op and PvP. That's just my game style. Let me know your game style for The Division. But now let's talk about Tom Clancy's The Division. Today we're going over new details about the animal world in Mid-Crisis New York City and how you will explore the open world, your top comments, and much more. So first up, a very special shout out to Marco Style NL, who got the rare opportunity to check out The Division at Gamescom. Man, that is so awesome. I wish I could have been there to meet you. And then also there was, I guess, a ton of people from the Division community and of course the dev team from Ubisoft Massive. I would love to go to one of these events, E3 or PAX someday, so I really hope to. But be sure to check out his awesome content on The Division. You can check out his videos by following the link in the description below. And more importantly, yes, we will be working together about all things The Division, so I'm really excited and looking forward to it. Man, cannot wait to talk to you about all things The Division shortly. But now some unfortunate news about the Gamescom demonstration. It appears we will not be getting a brand new public gameplay demonstration of The Division from Gamescom. This really sucks. I really thought for sure they would make this public after showing it to the Gamescom attendees. It seems like it will be only a closed-door demonstration limited to the people that actually attended Gamescom. Maybe we'll see something at PAX Prime, but I seriously doubt it. Seems like it's going to be a while before we see The Division in the spotlight again in terms of a gameplay demonstration. But I promise you, when there is a gameplay walkthrough or something brand new, I promise I will post it right here on Open World Games. So dogs and animals have been spotted in The Division, as you may already know. Unfortunately, no Doge in sight. What are you guys thinking, Ubisoft Massive? Where is Doge? No, I'm just kidding. But in a recent interview with The Division France, which you could find in the link below if you speak the language, Frank Rondovitz said the animal world will play a very important role in The Division, and this is really the first time I've heard Ubisoft really speaking about the animal world. Unfortunately, we didn't get any more details than that, but much like containment zones, which require you to put on oxygen masks to even get into, dogs and wild animals should be considered very dangerous. It would actually be really nice if you were required to use automated turrets against faster enemies like dogs. That would be really neat. And then see wolves and other type of animals in this game. Having gear unlocked certain areas in the world of The Division is a crucial part of the game. Gas masks and oxygen masks can be used to enter areas that would otherwise be unexplorable. So it would be really cool to see oxygen masks being used in environments overrun by fire. Besides, the cleaners are notorious for burning the city willy-nilly, so facing off against them should also require special equipment. This progression system is actually reminiscent of Dark Souls. You guys probably hear me mention this game quite a bit because I really do enjoy that game. But retreating really should not be shamed upon in The Division, just like Dark Souls. If you run into an enemy you cannot face, that's poisonous or whatever, you upgrade and then return later with the appropriate equipment, and then you know you have the confidence to move forward. That's one idea I absolutely love, and it seems like The Division is really embracing this idea. Rappelling is also another way to get around in The Division. This was recently confirmed by Ubisoft, and you can access areas that you otherwise couldn't with this mechanic. So it would make a great way to avoid large packs of animals, as previously mentioned. So if you're in a pinch and you know you cannot face fast-moving enemies like that, then you could really take to the rooftops to avoid them. That would be a really interesting mechanic. It would also be nice to see multiple options though in these scenarios, so you could use the rappelling mechanic if you want to avoid them altogether. But you can go in there and face off against a large pack of dogs if you had automated turrets and upgraded weapons that could handle faster moving enemies like this. So options are abound in The Division. That's really what this game is about. Exploring and looting in the world is also going to make sense to real-world thinking, as Ron Vince went on to say, for a typical RPG, if you kill a badass guy, you get the loot, am I right? That's going to be in the Division, but what we also want to do is provide contextualized looting. He goes on to say, if you're looking for ammo, you will go into the sporting goods store or a police station. If you're looking for med kits, you go into the hospital, so it's not going to be spread out randomly all over the world. You can really imagine where it would be in the real world and head there in game. I love this, it sounds so realistic. So in terms of loot, you're going to want to be thinking like it's the real world. How would you heal yourself? Where would you go to find guns? This is the answer. This is going to be so much fun, and it's obvious what's going to happen. You're going to have thugs guarding these key locations in the game and trying to take them over. So now it's time to go over your top comments. Leave a comment below in the video for a chance to be featured in upcoming videos right here on Open World Games. But first I'm going to start off with this one. And it comes from Frankie Kazinath, and he goes on to ask, is this an MMO? And it would be cool with zombies, but it can't. Just saying, what do you guys think? He's basically asking, would you guys like to see zombies in the Division? And yes, it is an MMO, but no, I would not like to see zombies in the Division at all. I don't think this game is appropriate for them now. I can understand dogs that are rabid because we just spoke about animals in the game. Now that would be pretty cool to see, is to see some dogs that are crazed and that you really need to avoid, but not zombies. We have enough zombie games coming out. We've got Dead Island 2, and then we've got Dying Light to look forward to, so we're good to go with the zombies. And Z3KE-SK1, trademarked, goes on to say, the thing I'm looking forward to most is the dumbed down graphics. And man, I know where you're coming from. You're talking about Watch Dogs, and this is Ubisoft again, and I'm a little worried too, but at the same time, you guys have got to know that Watch Dogs was shared with the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Thankfully, that is not the case with the Division. It's going to release only on the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. This is very, very good news, and Ubisoft Massive has actually gone on the record saying this will not be dumbed down. We promise. They've actually stated it several times, so that is good news to hear, and I'm going to hold it to them because I do not want to see what happened to Watch Dogs. I really do finally agree with you guys that Watch Dogs was a little bit dumbed down in the graphics department, although I still really enjoy the game. I really do like its world. I think they could have improved upon some things like the online servers, and the online play was a big letdown. And Alcatraz XC4 goes on to ask, is there any form of social sanctuary like in Destiny's The Tower? That is a really, really good question actually. And yes, there is sort of that in the Division. They're going to be called Base of Operations. This is where you can meet fellow agents and trade with them, and then buy items and just relax. They are going to be also known as the Green Zones. So that's where you're going to go to deck out your character, customize him, and even respec him. So there's going to be a ton to do in the Green Zones. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and again, leave your comments below on Facebook and on Twitter. I will be sure to highlight them in upcoming videos. I'm looking forward to the Division big time. It's so disappointing though that we haven't seen the Gamescom demonstration, and when we do see a new demonstration, I promise to post it right here on Open World Games, do an examination, and really talk about more about the Division. Thanks guys for watching. I will see you next time.